Alright, we got Jungle Cleave versus Warrior Shadowproof Shaman, so right away, Damnation, love it. I also think we should still be playing Lasting Plague. Really love that talent. It's going to literally double your DP damage if the Priest isn't dispelling, which I don't think he will be. Good job getting your dots off before that Unfurling Darkness falls off. I think we only had like a second to do it. This Hunter is basically dead here, so let's just look at this. Your Warrior chunks him to, what, 5k HP? Now we have Silence up. I think it would have been really good to silence the Priest here. And the reason why it would have been good to silence the Priest here is obviously the Hunter's low, but if we use Stun, the Priest can paints up the Hunter while stunned. He cannot paints up while silenced, so this could have been potentially a kill if we get the silence off a little quicker. Anytime you see this weird blue shit on the ground from your Warrior, that means he's going hard, and you got to support your boys when they're going hard, so hopefully we push up for some CC here. We get Void Form up. Want to reapply our dots as quickly as possible to this Hunter if we can, even if it's just a Shadow Word Pain. Don't even worry about casting VT if there's 2 kicks. We silence the Hunter. That's a little unfortunate. I feel like that might have been an accident. That stuff happens all the time. Anyways, you want to get that Shadow Word Pain back up ASAP, so just keep those dots up. Mind Games. Got our dots up, looking really good here. Looks like the Warrior actually Stormbolts the Priest and presses Fear at the same time. One thing to really be cautious of in this comp in particular, oops, where'd that thing go? One thing to be cautious of in particular is your diminishing returns. So we both have Fear. We just feared the Priest earlier, and now we get like a triple DR Fear here because of this Dora Shadow situation. So I know this game, we win, and it's a really short game, and they kind of just get completely dominated on the damage side. But if we had waited that like 11 seconds, if we had 11 seconds of patience, we just get a full Fear on the Priest, and then we win this game. Obviously, this guy is really close to dying. It looks like we'll probably close this game out. But this is a 3-minute video, and I think maybe because we wasted that, we missed a kill attempt. So we'll see what happens. The Warrior eats a trap. That's really pro. We get kicked one time, doesn't matter. Just spam Purge when you're kicked. Just clean the Hunter off. He's got Rejuve, he's got Fort. You can just purge him up there. Vampiric Embrace, Battle Master. Loving this. DP, big damage on this guy. I think he just dies here actually. Nope, doesn't die. This Dispersion was a little preemptive. I'm not actually... I think we're fine here. I don't think we need to disperse. At times to disperse, you want to look when your healers CC'd and when they have their burst cooldowns up. I don't think that you were actually in danger of dying here. The Hunter is feared with your VT Dispel, and I just think you would have been okay here. Personally, I would maybe let your healer call for it. Again, there's no voice, so I can't tell what's happening. Keeping our dots up. We throw a DP on the Feral. Not actually that important. If we want to kill the Hunter, we probably just want to use every DP on the Hunter for maximum damage on that. We get a trap here. Since there is no Feral kick, we could try to MD. Maybe the Hunter doesn't kick us, but it seems like the Shaman trinketed, so never mind. Look to MD the next trap, perhaps. Keep casting. We're hitting the Feral, it seems, too. Dots are up, DP's up. We have Silence here. I think probably a good idea to hold on to it because the Warrior CC'd. This Fade doesn't do as much as I think we wanted it to do either. We're at like full HP. Actually, we fade the aim shot. Never mind. I take it back. That was good fade. We'll keep that. So we stun the Priest when he's almost off DR. We have 5 seconds left. This is really important, guys. Everyone's got to pay attention here to this. 5 seconds left on the stun, right? If we just wait 5 seconds, it's a full stun instead of a half stun. We half stun the Priest, and it's basically over by the time we try to get there for a Fear, even though Fear is not up. I think if we waited that 5 seconds, we get a stun into Fear easily and just close this game out. We're pressing Fear even though it's not up, so it's just a little awareness of our cooldowns. Now we do have Silence here, so we could have silenced before that to stop him from healing. We should silence as soon as this Mind Games hit. The silence should have went off as soon as that Mind Games lands. I usually cast Mind Games, and then right when I see that cast go off, I'm spamming Focus Silence. And we actually have the same bind for that too, so that's kind of funny. Anyways, Mind Games is up. He feigns off your dots. Anytime he drops target, he's going to take your dots off, so try to reapply them ASAP. Even if it's just Shadow Word Pain, just keep that up as much as possible. We go to MD the trap here, but it's kind of late, so doesn't actually have a chance of going off. Oh, this is so sketchy. This is so sketchy. Mind games on you. We're at 14%. This is scary. There's Spirit Link. Okay. So I can't even believe that this just happened again, but the stun DR was about to come off, and I think the warrior DR stunned. So 2 seconds left on that stun DR. 2 seconds left, and we're going to see him micro half-second stun the priest. So if you waited 2 seconds, that's a full stun, and then we could have silenced out and killed this hunter. This hunter is about to die, so we could definitely do a better job watching our CC DRs when playing this comp. Just know that your warrior has a stun, you have a stun, he has a fear, you have a fear. We got to be careful of when we use those. Looks like we got our DP up. Mind Blast, death him, kill him. I feel like we could have deathed him there. Let's see. We're spamming Avoidable, but I think death actually would have done the job there. When he's that low, it's basically an execute, so I would have pressed death here instead of Voidbolt if possible. Keep the pressure up though. Rapture, that means anytime you see this this icon right here, you want to just spam Purge, because these shields are going to absorb like half of the hunter's health, and like I said, Reflect Shield for the Disc Priest will also reflect damage, so definitely good to keep that in mind. We fade the aim shot here. I don't know if we necessarily need to do that if the healer isn't CC'd. I think he could just heal through an aim shot without cooldowns. We're getting in a bad habit of using our stun without having a follow-up silence as well. We really want to always use those two together in this comp. It's just what's going to create a long enough kill window for you. Mind Games the Hunter. DP, we're doing really good damage here. Look at the damage, man. You're out damaging a hunter and a feral, so that's something to be proud of. We're just spamming Mind Flay. Death him, death him, death him, death him, death him. Target him and death him. He's so close. Shadow or death. Oh, we hit it, but it doesn't kill him. Silence, but again, we don't have any follow-up CC because all of our CC is on cooldown. Kind of unfortunate. If you ever get to the point in the game where they're not on the same cooldown, you pretty much just got to wait like those extra 10, 20 seconds so that they're both lined up and you can really get a kill. So we keep purging this guy, doing damage. Yep, just get the kill there. Nice. So overall, I think we did really well damage-wise, keeping our dots up. But it seemed like our first dispersion wasn't necessary, and it seems like we have a lot to work on with the CC and knowing what's going to be on DR and when to actually time our CCs. We always want these two cooldowns, stun and silence, to be used in unison. Now it's also the same cooldown as your mind game, so keep that in mind in mind games, I guess. So this, and this can all be used at the same time. Your Warrior's Stormbolt is a lesser cooldown, so ideally Warrior stuns the kill target to keep him in place. It's also going to stop the hunter from removing your dots during the kill attempt, and he won't get kited as easily if the hunter's being stunned on your setup. So try to save your stun for the healer and have the warrior stun the hunter in that situation. Be very mindful of the fear DRs. We don't ever want to fear into a DR fear. We want maximum uptime on that fear. So perhaps you can have the warrior do it first because he has more mobility, and then maybe later in the game you sneak in with a sneaky fear. So overall, good damage, but definitely some stuff to clean up on the CC and defensive side.